Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you a neat trick to save some storage space on your Xbox. Okay then guys, so welcome back. Sorry it's been a while since my last video. I've been quite busy with work and things, but now I'm back with a new one. So this is just a neat trick that I discovered at the weekend while I finally got round to playing some games. So as everybody knows, the main issue with the new consoles, it isn't just Xbox, it's also PlayStation as well, is that the current generation games can only be played off of the internal storage or via the dedicated expansion slots, which for the PlayStation is an NVMe slot, which I am totally for. However, on the Xbox it's a CF Express adapter, and you can only put the official cards that they sell in those slots. If you haven't watched my previous video, I did try using a Chinese adapter with a Western Digital SSD in it and I didn't get it to work. So if you're interested in seeing how they are supposed to be set up, then I definitely recommend you go and watch that video as well. But anyway, back to what I found at the weekend. So what happens if you try to put a new game onto external storage that isn't the expansion card, then what will happen is you'll get an error message like this saying that the game requires fast storage and it can't be played, and it will prompt you to move it to the fast storage to do so. A similar error appears if you try and install a new game onto external storage as well. It will give you the option to install it on internal, as well as giving you the option to install it anyway and ignoring the error. I did also notice that if you try and install expansions for these games on external storage, that same error pops up. But I had a bit of an idea. So what I discovered was if you install the base game on your internal storage, then you can actually install all of the DLC packs or add-ons or expansions or whatever you want to call them on just regular external storage, including hard drives or an SSD, etc. So I tried this with a few games. I tried this with The Witcher 3. I tried this with Jedi Fallen Order, as well as the new next generation update for Fallout 4, and I also tried it for Forza Horizon 5. Now here's where the strange thing is. So for all of the other games I had no issues. The DLC packs were loaded straight away, they were detected there, no problems at all. It was the same for Forza Horizon 5. However, if I tried to visit the Hot Wheels island or the Rally expansion map, then what would happen is the game would just crash on the loading screen. And after doing a bit of searching, apparently it is a known problem with Forza Horizon 5 in particular, so you have to have the expansions for that particular game installed on internal storage as well. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that you can save all of the space that you would otherwise be taking up on your internal storage or your expansion card with DLC packs. You can actually move those DLC packs for the majority of games onto an external storage, so a cheap hard drive or an SSD, and you can still play the game and still access those add-ons when they are located on normal external storage. So I'll just give you a demo here. So as you can see with The Witcher 3, it says here that I've got it installed on 2 separate drives, and if I go into the internal, as you can see, it's just the base game there that's ticked, none of the other add-ons are. And if I go onto my previous generation games drive, as you can see, all of the add-ons there are ticked and the base game isn't, which means obviously all the add-ons are located on external storage. So if we boot into the game, you'll see that when I get to the main menu and I go over to the installed tab, they're all there, they're all loaded up and recognized. Obviously the same goes here for Fallout 4. As you can see, the base game is installed on the internal storage and all of the add-ons are installed on my external storage. And as you can see in the game here, when I go over to installed, it recognizes them all as installed and live and ready to use. So yeah, pretty neat trick. It saved me currently about 25 to 30 gig, which is quite a lot. For example, No Man's Sky is only about 14-15 gig at the moment, so it actually makes up for the installation of No Man's Sky entirely. If you guys are wondering what external storage I use, then it is a Samsung 860 EVO SSD, an old one that was originally in my Xbox One X before I upgraded, and it's in an external USB 3 enclosure, and obviously that's pretty fast. I don't recommend you buy a slow hard drive to do this with. I imagine it will work just like it does with mine, but you may find some loading issues or performance related issues if you use something too slow. This is just basically an oversight by Microsoft. They've obviously not put the software limitation in there to prevent you from booting the game, or at the very least prevent the add-ons from loading in if they're not located on fast storage too. While it's still a thing and while it still works, I recommend you use it and potentially save yourself many gigabytes of space, probably even enough to add another game or two to your internal storage, which is always nice. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.